And good Monday morning, YouTube. It's the Old Soldier coming at you from Robeson County, North Carolina. It is a good Monday morning, and you're wondering why good. And you're also wondering, wait a minute, you normally just do a live broadcast on Monday, which we still will be doing tonight at 7 o'clock. So be there. But I just want to do a video this morning to talk about events that took place this weekend in the way of national security. And folks, I'm just going to phrase it like this, because this individual was responsible for the deaths of thousands upon thousands, to include our own military. This dipstick's name was Abu al-Baghdadi. And yes, that flea-bitten camel bag is dead. He's gone. Done. Finite. We took him out. Took years looking and planning and plotting and planning, but we got him. Hats off to those Delta Force troopers that went in. Hats off to our president for authorizing this operation. And for the liberals in the Democrat Party in Congress that don't like the fact that they weren't told after the fact, well, stop leaking secrets. That's all I can tell you on that. But no, I'm tickled pink that we got that son of a gun. I'm tickled pink that he's gone. We also got his deputy. They're Melba toast. They're done and over with. Folks, if you don't know the type of impact this has on ISIS, it's a phenomenal impact. It's an impact of, well, it's hard to measure in words. It really is. And why am I so ecstatic about this? Well, simple fact of the matter is this. Abu al-Baghdadi was responsible for the deaths of a lot of U.S. service members during our war in Iraq. It was through his actions and his planning and his command that many of our soldiers died. I'm glad he's gone. May the fleas of 1,000 camels rest under his armpits for eternity. May he be denied his 72 virgins in his version of heaven. I know, folks, that's kind of mean-spirited to me, but this man is evil. His version of Islam was perverted. He is now gone. We got him. That's right, we got him. And our president reached out to certain countries to say, hey, look, we're going to do this. Don't interfere. We appreciate it. They didn't. Got some members of our Congress that ain't so happy because they weren't informed till after the fact. They're happy the man's gone, but they're a little PO'd that they didn't get told about it, which, given their track record for letting the press know about things ahead of time, makes sense. I like how the president described how he died. This man was a coward. So yeah, I'm ecstatic about that. I'm just, wanted to share my enthusiasm and excitement about him being gone this morning with you. Like I said again, tonight at 7 p.m. we will be having our live show, a little bit of poetry reading, and we'll probably talk about this subject a little more in depth. In lighter news, Washington's baseball team, Washington, D.C. that is, seems to be doing rather well for themselves. Looks like they're going to Houston, and I guess if they win the next game, they've won the series. But if they lose, they'll play another. If they lose that one, you know, this thing could bounce back and forth. A lot up in the air about how Houston's going to do. So, well, we'll see. Then again, I don't watch pro sports like I used to. I've really kind of given up on the whole pro sports thing, just based on the fact of how it's marketed, I guess. In my opinion, that players had no loyalty to their teams anymore. Maybe I'm wrong in my opinion, but there again, it's my opinion. Just the caliber of players not the same as it once was. I remember growing up watching the Atlanta Braves. I lived in Atlanta for 6 years as a child, and yeah, the players got traded. Ball clubs do that, but there was a core nucleus of players that stayed with the Braves for a long time. They were loyal. They never brought controversy to the team. But everything started changing about the mid-'80s with ball players and contracts, and they started getting flashy. And that's, you know, across all spectrums: basketball, football, baseball. You had certain players playing baseball. I guess what got me was when the players got out there and thought they were worth more money than what they were being offered, were holding out, and these ball clubs decided to cave in to pressure because they didn't want to be deemed this, that, or the other. And one or two of the players lived up to their worth, but several of them really didn't. And then you got those that got injured and got hurt. You got Bo Jackson. He was playing football and baseball. You need to slow down. Then he had to have his hip replaced at a young age. You know, the only thing about hip joints, once you start going and digging around on them, you're done. To say the least. Well, I don't keep up with pro sports like I used to. I just don't have. Like I said, caliber of the player is not what it used to be. Loyalty to the team and organization is certainly not what it was. And likewise, the organization's loyalty to the players is not what it once was. The whole dynamic has changed. But yeah, watching the Braves grow up, you know, I can remember the likes of Del Murphy, Phil Niekro, Biff Pocoroba, Pat Rocket. If anybody remembers who that was. Oh, he escaped me. He played shortstop for the Braves for years. And he was a phenomenal player. Gerber. I want to say his name was Jeff Gerber. He was good. And the Dodgers, they had Steve Garvey. Reds had Johnny Bench, Pete Rose. Okay, but you're saying, well, Pete Rose, yeah, Pete Rose got hemmed up. I think Pete Rose has more than apologized for his errors. I don't condone what he did, but neither will I condemn him, because he was a good ball player, great ball player. Worked as hard on the field as he did off the field. But he got hemmed up. He got caught up with greed. I mean, it happens. But a lifetime ban from the Hall of Fame, and yet they inducted a guy that, you know, admittedly used steroids to enhance his performance. What kind of horse mess is that? To me, the Hall of Fame just now condone substance abuse. But still says gambling's taboo. That's my 2 cents on that. But again, the caliber of players during that time. See, the Detroit Tigers had Catfish Hunter. That dude could throw. He had a fastball like no other. were some other phenomenal players of that generation. And Roland Office was good for the Braves. Gary Matthews played years for the Braves and went on, I think, to Pittsburgh afterwards. What was the man that played for the Cardinals? His son went into baseball too. He was a phenomenal player. Very honorable and admirable man. Ken Griffith. So yeah, that's just my opinion, folks. But anyway, but yeah, that's the lighter news. World Series going on. Tonight, don't forget, like I said, at 7 o'clock, join us. As like I said, we'll be having some poetry and prose and patriotism and whatever you guys want to talk about. But it'll be 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So set your timers, set your clocks, set your reminders. Be there, be with us, join the conversation. Any and all are welcome, as long as we keep the conversation civil. But like I said, I think today I'm going to read a poem I've read several times, but it's one dedicated to law enforcement and first responders. Today is I think today is the National Law Enforcement and First Responders Appreciation Day. So we will do that in their honor tonight. For those men and women that each and every day here at home put on a uniform and a badge and they go out, and they said, not on my watch. They go out to serve and protect. They're on call at a moment's notice to run into a burning building or into a situation where somebody is dying, and seconds matter and are critical in saving a life. So we'll read that one tonight in their honor, especially for those that have died in the line of duty. We'll also remember them as well. So that being said, folks, I'm going to cut this one a little short this morning because, like I said, this is not a norm for Monday. But just that whole thing with Abu al-Baghdadi being killed, I had to share my enthusiasm over that as early as I could, and had to present myself on that one with you. So until this evening, folks, God bless, take care, and I will see y'all at 7 o'clock tonight. Soldier out.